Welcome to Geek Fandom Media. I'm your host, Chris, and happy Spider-Man Day, you guys. This is a pretty big day. Look, I didn't even know Spider-Man Day existed, but let me know what you guys think. Your favorite Spider-Man moment in any kind of medium, comic books, animated shows, film. What is the all-time goated Spider-Man moment for you? Now, you guys, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Sony teased the official look of the suit. They are currently shooting Spider-Man Brand New Day on Spider-Man Day. So they know leaks are going to get out. They're going to have all kinds of set photos get out online, and they want to reveal the official suit before it gets leaked out, which I think is a brilliant idea. Everybody is excited to see this suit. Now, they released like a 10-second clip of the suit, you guys. Look, it's not a lot, but it got fans talking all on social media, talking about the raised webbing on the suit, kind of how he took inspiration from Tobey and Andrew Spider-Man from No Way Home. That has me so much more excited for this homemade, authentic feel suit. No more Stark tech will be attached to his suit, you guys, which has me that much more hyped. I didn't like all of the Stark tech stuff. I didn't. That's not Spider-Man. But now that Tony Stark is no longer here, now that Peter is ultimately on his own, fending for himself with nobody to love, he is going to be struggling mentally all throughout this film. Coming from The Hollywood Reporter, you guys, this is pretty big news. They officially confirmed that Mark Ruffalo will be returning as Bruce Banner and the Hulk for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, this was reported a couple of months ago, but it was never officially coming from a big trade. This is coming from The Hollywood Reporter. So Mark Ruffalo will be back as the Hulk. Fingers crossed it's not as Professor Hulk, you guys. We need Savage Hulk back, and we need him now. Hashtag make Hulk angry again. Let's lead with that hashtag, you guys, leading all the way up to Spider-Man A Brand New Day. Also, you guys, Michael Mando will be returning since Spider-Man Homecoming as the Scorpion. That is also really exciting. I cannot wait to see how they're going to handle the Scorpion in the MCU. That's going to be quite fascinating. He was teased at he was like in the middle part of Spider-Man Homecoming, right? On the whole boat scene. And then he was at the very end when Vulture is in jail, right? And he was teased. Nothing ever came from that. Far From Home, nothing. In Homecoming, not Homecoming, No Way Home, nothing. But I'm glad that we're coming full circle now and we'll actually get a Scorpion in a Spider-Man film. That's going to be absolutely really exciting. But not only that, you guys, this is the really, really interesting part. So The Hollywood Reporter has a kind of a brief synopsis for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So this is what they state. Spider-Man Brand New Day story details have been reported by The Hollywood Reporter. The plot details are being kept under the vest, but you can bet that in the mighty Marvel manner, Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk will all fight one another before figuring out who the actual bad guys are. Spider-Man versus Punisher versus the Hulk. John Bernthal is currently shooting his special presentation for Marvel Studios, which will more than likely lead directly into Spider-Man A Brand New Day, which I think is a brilliant idea that they do this. But I'm a little concerned because Kevin Feige did confirm this is going to be a totally different Punisher than what we've gotten before from the Netflix stuff or even from Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again, he was a savage, stabbing dudes in the neck. He was absolutely a beast. I'm hoping they don't tone him all the way down because that essentially is not being authentic to the character. But I understand Spider-Man is a very PG-13 character. Just like how Deadpool, when he officially comes into the MCU and he's going to be sprinkled in through other projects, it's going to be toned down drastically. And that's the unfortunate part. But I understand. I get it. I understand. Also, we got some brand new set photos. Nothing too revealing, you guys, but this is pretty exciting. So the set photos ultimately reveal these military vehicles spotted with Inner Demon logos on them. That pretty much confirms Martin Lee as Mr. Negative, you guys, in the Feast Foundation, which was in Spider-Man No Way Home, didn't make an appearance, but Aunt May was working there. So maybe Peter picked up a job there and he has a relationship with Martin Lee. So that's how you build on their relationship. Martin Lee, ultimately, he knew Aunt May. So that's how you kind of build on the relationship in this particular film. But I can't wait. My first introduction to Mr. Negative was Spider-Man PS4. Loved it. Absolutely badass. I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I'm curious to see how they're going to do this iteration for the MCU. Visually, I feel like it's going to be stunning. A lot of people think that he's going to be the main reason or the main cause for Hulk losing control again, going full-blown savage. I'm like, yes, sure, absolutely, why not? Everybody's sick of Professor Hulk. We're done with Professor Hulk. Unless Professor Hulk is probably teaching at the university that Peter is attending, that makes all the sense in the world. But most fans want to see Savage Hulk again. We're tired of the same old Professor Hulk. So I'm really hoping we take a new direction for the Hulk. Somebody had stated on social media that the last time we saw the Hulk transform was 13 years ago. So I'm trying to think, when was the last time? Was it Age of Ultron? It had to be Age of Ultron, because his next appearance, we didn't see him transform in Thor Ragnarok. We saw him transform back into Bruce, but at the end of the film, we dropped off the plane, it cut away, and he was already the Hulk. And then we saw him in Infinity War, get smacked down by by Thanos, and that was it. We never seen him transform. That's wild to me. Wild, you guys. The Age of Ultron was the last time we saw Hulk actually transform. That is so upsetting as a Hulk fan. Kevin Feige, get your shit together. Come on now. Come on. I know Universal owns the rights, or, so they own the rights, so you can only use him in certain projects as a co-lead. But come on. That is ridiculous. The fact that we haven't seen the Hulk transform in damn near 13 years is wildly outrageous. But I'm ultimately really excited for Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. It seems like this ensemble is going to be absolutely insanity. Destin Daniel Cretton seems really dedicated to bringing these comic books to life in the best way he possibly can. Best believe he's going to be cooking with the web swinging stuff, the fighting sequences. I hope it's on par with the Amazing Spider-Man film. And honestly, the Tobey Maguire films as well, because those fighting sequences were absolutely astonishing. The No Way Home trilogy, those fighting sequences weren't the greatest, because John Watts even, he stated, the web swinging stuff, he just didn't like it, or, he didn't want to put somebody on a wire. He just wasn't too invested in that. So I'm hoping we see a drastic stylistic change for Spider-Man in this brand new chapter in his whole new life. Think about it. It has to be drastically different from what we got from the Homecoming trilogy. It has to, right? It only makes sense. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about these small snippet details about Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. When do you think we'll get that official reveal for Spider-Man's suit? A lot of people are really excited about you guys. The raised webbing is getting everybody really pumped. And, hopefully they don't cake it up with a whole bunch of CGI like they typically do, because it just ruins it. They didn't do that for Tobey. They didn't do that for Andrew. Those suits were immaculately beautiful. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching Geek Fandom Media. Peace.